Hello medicos. In this video I'll be going to discuss about the rotation of midgut. Okay, see this diagram. We know that the midgut get herniated into the extra abdominal cavity because there is no space inside for development of midgut. So there is physiological hernia at the 6th week of gestation. Okay, it get herniated extra abdominal cavity. Okay, suppose this is an midgut will herniate into the extra abdominal cavity, and here we know that the supply of midgut by superior mesenteric artery. The superior mesenteric artery will divide the midgut into two. One is pre-arterial segment, post-arterial segment. Okay, pre-arterial segment and post-arterial segment. Now, for further development, there is rotation occur. How it will occur? See here. You know this is pre-arterial segment, this is post-arterial segment. Now, it firstly rotate by 90 degree. The pre-arterial segment comes to the right side, and the post-arterial segments come to left side. Okay, the pre-arterial segment, post-arterial segment. It comes on left side, post-arterial segment, and pre-arterial segment comes on right side. It rotated by 90 degree anti-clockwise. Okay. Now, the pre-arterial segment forms the coils. These are the coils. Form the coils of jejunum and ileum. Okay. And the post-arterial segment forms the cecal bud. Okay. Now, next what happened? The midgut get inside the abdominal cavity. How it will get inside the cavity? Because earlier we know that there is increase in the liver size, so there is no space to development of midgut. Now what happened? How the space is created? Because there is expansion of abdominal cavity. Expansion of abdominal cavity. First factor. Second is regression of mesonephric duct. Third, there is reduce the growth of liver. So the space inside the abdominal cavity is created, so the midgut get inside the abdominal cavity. Now, what happened? The pre-arterial segment inside the cavity, rotate anti-clockwise by 90 degree. And same, the post-arterial segment rotate 90 degree anti-clockwise. So the total rotation is of first is 90 degree, second is 90 degree, third is 90 degree. The total rotation is 270 degree. First rotation occur outside the abdominal cavity, and second and third rotation occur inside the abdominal cavity. Okay, now this is all about rotation. Let's see once again. The midgut rotate around the 90 degree anti-clockwise. The pre-arterial segment comes on right side, post-arterial segment comes on left side. The second and third rotation happens when the midgut loop enter inside the cavity after 6 weeks. How the herniated part goes inside? Because the space is created. How the space is created? Because of regression of mesonephric duct, expansion of abdominal cavity, reduce the growth of liver. Okay, the space is created, so the midgut enter inside the abdominal cavity. For returning into the cavity, midgut rotate around the 180 degree inside the abdominal cavity. So the total rotation is 270 degree in anti-clockwise directions. Before the rotation, the pre-arterial segment elongate and form the coils of jejunum and ileum. Okay, form the coils of jejunum and ileum. Post-arterial segment forms cecal bud by 6th week. Okay, the pre-arterial segment enters the cavity and rotate around the 90 degree anti-clockwise. Okay, after entering into the cavity, it rotate around the 90 degree anti-clockwise direction. The post-arterial segment enters into the cavity same and rotate around the 90 degree anti-clockwise direction. After rotation, the cecum is present just below the liver. And the cecums descend to the right iliac fossa and differentiate into the various part of the colon and also form the appendix. Okay, these are all about the rotation of midgut. Let's see once again. This is pre-arterial segment. This is post-arterial segment. Okay, this is post-arterial segment, pre-arterial segment. First it get rotated 90 degree anti-clockwise direction, so the pre-arterial segment comes on right side and post-arterial segment comes on left side. Okay, it get entered into the cavity, abdominal cavity, and further it rotates. The pre-arterial segment get rotated 90 clockwise, anti-clockwise, and the post-arterial segment rotate 90 degree anti-clockwise. So total rotation is of 270 degree. Okay, this is all about the rotation of midgut. In next video we will talk about the anomalies of midgut. Thank you.